back to my channel. As you guys know, I'm doing the whole Christmas series videos on my channel where I'm posting one video every day. Where I couldn't post a video today. Actually, I'm filming today. It's 10:45 p.m. I had a lot of work today, so I just couldn't fit in even an hour to film something. So I'm filming tonight, and if I can edit this video, I will post it up before 12 o'clock. But yeah, this is what I'm trying to do, and I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Now within this Christmas month, I actually wanted to fit in my most iconic foundations series as well. I actually said that I would be doing this earlier this year, but I couldn't because something came up and I just couldn't fit it into my schedule. So I thought I'll do it now. And the reason I wanted to start this series was because it is very difficult for dark skinned people like me to find foundations of their own shades, and also trying to get the undertones right and all of that. It can be very difficult. And if you guys have watched my get to know me Q&A, you guys know that doing the base is my most favorite part of makeup, and I absolutely love a good base, and which is why I have tried a lot of foundations, about at least 20 foundations till now, or more than that actually. So I thought I will just review all the top iconic foundations so that people who are of my shade can have my videos as reference, because that is what I try to do whenever I'm trying to buy a new foundation. I kind of have become so accustomed to what I want in my foundation and all of that, but just for reference sake, I do go onto YouTube and check for people who have already reviewed those brands, and try to find those shades for myself. And I always put my foundation references in my description, but I thought if I could make a series of all the foundations, I thought it would be great reference point for a lot of people who are in my skin tone, especially from India. So whenever I look for my shade, I find a lot of black women doing this, and sometimes their undertones are a little different. So I thought it would be a helpful series for a lot of people. So yeah, let's just get started. The first foundation I'm going to be reviewing in this series is the Maybelline Matte Poreless Fit Me foundation. I don't think this would have been such a difficult thing to guess, but I really thought that I should review this. Now this foundation, a lot of people have asked me to review this, and I used to use it before, and I've only recently started using it again. So let me just read out what this foundation does. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless for normal to oily skin. It's a mattifying clay to help control oil for a shine-free look. Matches natural tone, natural seamless finish, UVB protection. So I'm not sure if there is SPF in this, right? So a little bit about this foundation. This foundation has been so revolutionary. I personally felt like the first formula that they came out with was great, and I think one of my cousins actually sent me one from the US, and I felt like that formula was quite different. And there was another variant in this. This is the matte and poreless, and the other one was dewy and smooth finish or something like that, which never came to India. This one has the blue font on it, the other one has the purple font on it. I'll put it up here, or maybe it was here in India for a while, but it was never a hit. It was available abroad. I'm sure it is available even now. I'm not too sure if it's available even now. I think it has been discontinued. But this was a revolutionary foundation. A lot of people tout this one to be a dupe of the MAC Studio Fix. I don't feel like this one is a dupe of the MAC Studio Fix. I feel like the Maybelline Superstay, I don't think that one is as iconic as this. I'm not sure if I'm going to be including that in this series, because for that I have to purchase it because I don't have one. And but yeah, I feel like that one is a very close match to the Studio Fix rather than this one. So but this one has its own charm. The reason I went back to trying this foundation was because I used to use the shade 330 Toffee earlier, and I think this was about 2 years ago, and I grew out of it when I started using other foundations. I felt like I had better matches, but the thing with that shade was that it was a little too neutral for me, so it would pull a little more pinkish on my skin tone. But then I realized that they added new shades, and I got the 338 Spicy Brown, and I love it right now. I kind of really like it. I have used this in one of my previous videos, which is not a review, but I will link it up here. You can check it out. That was the first time I used it, and I really liked it. This 338 shade is perfect for me. So if you're an NC45 with warm undertones, this will work perfectly for you. It's like a very nice everyday foundation, but we'll get to the review. I'll talk about it in detail much more while we do the makeup. The other thing is that they have upgraded the packaging. This is what it comes in a pump. The earlier one was just a bottle where you could just pour the foundation on your hand. But I think a lot of people have watched a lot of videos, a lot of people have asked for like an upgraded packaging, and Maybelline actually did that and delivered what people have asked for, and that's great, right? Now the biggest plus point of this is the price point. It retails for about rupees 549 in India. I think the previous one was a little more cheaper. This one is like an upgraded price. I don't remember. That was just around 400 rupees, and I got it on a sale for like 380 rupees or something. This was during the Nika sale. So I think that is the biggest selling point. About 30 ml of product for just like 550 rupees, which is a brilliant deal. And so this foundation has actually won the Allure Best Foundations, one of the awards for that. And actually it also comes in 40 shades right now. I think the upgraded collection comes in 40 shades, which is brilliant. So yeah, let's just get to it. So before I go into the foundation, I'm going to color correct, and for that I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Toffee. I'm just blending all of that out with my concealer brush. I've been the best actually, so I am struggling with certain things. I think that kind of gave me like a good even canvas. I'm going to be using a primer. I'm using the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Primer. I'm just going to put it wherever I did not color correct. I'm going to be using 2 pumps first and just warming it up on my hands. And can you see the shade match? I think that's just perfect. I'm taking the Smashbox Full Coverage Foundation brush and I'm just going to buff all of this in. Can you see how I love this foundation right now. That's it, that's how it looks all blended out, and I feel like it has done such a fabulous job. I love the foundation. Actually, I love the shade match more than anything. The 330, I actually threw it away when I was doing my makeup declutter. You guys must have seen that video. I will link it up here if you've not seen it. But absolutely love this foundation. I love the finish, love the coverage, but I am going to be building it up just a little bit. Just taking 1 pump and just adding it here and here because I have like some see how this works with other products, and I feel like right now the coverage is really nice. Like it's a foundation. Like if you look at my hand, it's already like melted in. I just didn't do much here. You can just blend it in with your hands. I don't remember this foundation earlier, but right now I feel like what have I been sitting on? But anyway, so I'm going to be using the Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I'm going to add some of my LA Girl Pro Conceal as well because it's a little light for me, right? Now, as always, I'm going to go back in with my foundation brush and just dab everything. I think it looks great with the concealer on. Everything looks very flawless. Now I'm just going to use some cream contour because I want to see how the foundation works with the cream contour. So the cream contour blended out really well. I really like how the transition is looking and all of that. Now I'm going to add some powder to set my concealer. I like to use like my regular products with my, when I'm testing out a foundation or when I'm trying to review a foundation. So I'm going to be using my regular Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to start by placing it here so that we can define that nose contour that we did, and here as well. This product is something else. Okay, I think that looks really nice. Now I'm gonna finish my face completely because this is a base oriented video. I don't want to do my eyes. I'm gonna do a very simple look with my eyes and show you guys the final look, but I do want to show whatever's going on my face. So I'm gonna use a cream blush just here, and then I'm gonna top it off with a powder blush. So the cream blush, I'm gonna be using my Fenty Beauty Summertime Wine, and I'm just popping that on the same cream cheek brush that I used. I'm just going to start by placing it here. If you ever feel like you've gone overboard with your cream blush, just use your foundation brush and just dab it in. You can do the same thing with your cream contour as well. Before I add a powder blush, I'm going to be using a bronzer, and I'm just going to set that contour that we did. I'm using the Weave Modern Bronzer, and I'm just taking both of these on the back of my brush and just tapping off the excess and just now I'm gonna add a powder blush. I'm gonna be using the Exhibit A blush, and I'm just gonna place it wherever I placed that cream blush, and I feel like it makes it look a lot more subtle rather than a lot more out there. Like when you use just a powder blush, it kind of is too matte and too pigmented or whatever. But if you add it with a cream blush, it kind of like adds that dimension to your face. And I think on this side I have a lot of texture, which is why it's it kind of is accentuating my texture. But on this side it's just like so good. Now I'm just gonna quickly do my eye makeup and be back. So yeah, that's the finished look, you guys. I love a good matte eye. I just used a bronzer and a blush on my eyes. Bronzer, blush and powder, and I think the look turned out really well. And I love the foundation. I just don't feel like I'm wearing anything. It's so matte, but also I think it doesn't mattify my face so much. It feels very nice, and it doesn't feel dewy, but it doesn't feel like it's holding my face, or holding my skin or whatever. When sometimes you use a setting powder, it feels like you've set it, like it's there. But this one, although it's matte, the foundation, I have not added any powder here or anywhere. I just added powder under my eyes, and I absolutely love the foundation. I love how the bronzer is sticking onto the foundation as well, and how it's blended into it, and it looks so nice and melted. I love it. I think in some of my videos that I had mentioned that I don't like this foundation anymore. The first formulation was my favorite, but because that was the one that I used first, and then after that I started to not like it so much. But I think that was more to do with the shade that I was using, which was 330. But I'm so glad that they've introduced newer shades, and 338 is my perfect shade, and I feel like it doesn't make me look ashy. It just blends in. I think this could be like my definite go-to foundation, like everyday foundation. If I started going to work, I would definitely wear this every single day. It's the fact that it's so lightweight. It's so easy to use. Like you guys saw how it blended into my hands as well, so you can just add it and then just keep dabbing it, and that's it, you're good. I don't think I've seen any other foundation do that, but I really like how this foundation worked on my skin, and I think it can be a really, like, I understand now why it is so well loved. So if you have been using the 330 Toffee in the Maybelline Fit Me and you feel like it's too neutral on you or it's too pinky on you, definitely try out the Maybelline 338. I think the foundation worked really well with every other product that I used on my face. I used cream contour, cream blush, I used powder, I used concealer. It worked really well. It didn't budge. I feel like it did not accentuate my this is the problem with my skin, not just the foundation. I think any foundation would look like that, but I think it doesn't look, it's not sticking onto my dry patches here or anything. Love it. So that's my review of the Maybelline, or my re-review of the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation. I wear it in the shade 338 Spicy Brown. So yeah, that's all for this video. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. It would help me out a lot, and I will see you guys in another video pretty soon.